Timber. Okay, I guess I'll talk now. Suction gun. I need a clean oil sample of the transmission fluid. And what better way to make sure that it's absolutely clean than to use a suction pump. And I have some hose I believe I can use, because this tube here obviously is not going to make it down into the transmission oil pan, but it's just a big sucker. I have another one, and the seal's bad on it. Oh yeah, I can tell this one's nice. So I should be able to pull good clean fluid out with this, but first I've got to locate my nice clean hose. So hang on. Okay, I measured this up with my dipstick, and it's plenty long enough to get down into the transmission fluid. So let's do this. Like I say, this is so I can get a good clean oil sample for Blackstone Labs. Right down the tube. Whoops, I got junk on the tube. Alright, I'm going to run that down till it stops. Go, 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 gadget. Sucker. And this is the 4L80, just so as y'all know. It's stopping right there. So now we're going to just do some pulling, see if we can pull. Yep, we're pulling fluid. I can feel it. Definitely have some fluid. The cylinder's getting warm. So now what I'm going to do is disconnect this. Let me get a clamp so I can clamp onto it. And I also want to have this facing down the end of it, or facing up, so I don't throw fluid all over everywhere. So we'll find a good place to wet that. Ought to work. Get my hose clamp. I believe these came from the tractor show, which is coming up this month also. There's another video that I shot this morning had to do with doing a little bit of work on a Sunday. Yeah, I've got a little fluid on my finger, so let's get the bottle, see if we can baby feed it. And there it is. And all they do, it's the same kit as the oil, only they give you a card that you fill out, and the card that you fill out is for transmission fluid instead of oil. You see right here, transmission analysis. So we'll fill that paperwork out. But for right now, we need to fill that bottle. And it's the exact same procedure with the transmission fluid as it was with the let me get you guys turned around here to where you can see. Exact same process as far as making sure everything's clean. That's why I bought the new vacuum. And then fill in the container, immediately cap the container, stick the container, or wrap the container with the oil absorb, stick that container in the plastic baggie, fill your paperwork out, put your paperwork on the outside of the small bottle. You just wrap it around this, shove everything down in the hole, and drop it in the mailbox, and that's it. Very, very simple. Okay, enough talking. Let's see what we got here. Yep. It's just gravity feeding out. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if you guys can see or not. It worked out really well. And not another drop came out. I'll just wipe this off here real quick. And then the remainder of the fluid that I've got in this, I'm just going to put right back in the transmission until I get my oil analysis back. We'll find out what kind of shape the 4L80E is in. But I'll let that sit. And you take it, your cap, make sure that cap is good and tight, but not so tight that you strip the threads. Wrap her up. And I even put a piece of tape on, so give me just a second. I'm going to tape that on there. Just because I can, not because I have to. Get plenty enough on there to go all the way around. Holding on to it. And I need to do the same thing with Clifford, but I already know Clifford's transmission's a little bit hurt. Torque converter's bad, so I won't be doing that analysis until I get the torque converter replaced. You put it in the baggie, and I usually just suck the air out. As much of it as I can, just to shrink the bag around it so it's easier to shove back in the bottle. But that's that part. Now we've got to get underneath the truck because we've got to put these parts on. Zippo, what are those parts? Well, let me show you. And I'll also show you under the truck. There's the kit. Can you guess? You've probably already guessed. Yeah, I can do small jobs on the truck. The main reason I didn't do these here is my brand spanking new air conditioner, or air compressor. Oh man, you want to talk about ice cold air? Oh, it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. Okay, we're gonna look right. I'm gonna get you right up close and personal at the sway bar link. You ready? Here we go. Looks a little on the thin side, so we're gonna put new ones on. The one on the other side's in a little better shape, but that's what we're gonna do next. So you guys saw the before, I'll just show you the after. Unbolt the old one, throw the new one in, stack your silicone the way you're supposed to, and then you'll be golden. That way when I'm driving, the truck's not doing this as much. You know what I mean? Alright, see you in a second. I assembled this one just to show you guys how they go together. Very, very, very simple. That's why I said no need for you to follow me into the truck. You have these cups, okay, and it's obvious which side of the bushing you use. Did you see that? It said made in made in USA. If I keep things in viewfinder, goes on like that, okay. So that's the first two. Then the bushing goes against it because this is your pinch point. This is going to be between the control arm and the anti-sway bar, okay. Then another washer, then a tube, which is that tube right there, is just a spacer, okay. Your spacer. Then another washer, another bushing, another washer, and then a nut. Very simple to install. So I'll show you when it's done. Out with the ugly and the old. This one was actually still sort of kind of doing something, just on the driver's side. But these plastic inserts instead of metal. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, see? It's plastic. Bizarre. So, let's take a look at the new ones. Let's get the light over here. Got the wheel turned. Well, we can look at this one then. There we go. And it looks the same over here. You can sort of kind of see it back there. That's why I like these GoPros. You can beat them up. You can get them into really tight spaces. Audio's decent enough that y'all can hear me. So, I'm hungry. It's 1:30. Time to go in and get something to eat. It's your friendly neighborhood Zippo. Thanks for hanging out with me. Getting a little oil transmission oil sample from Ruby, and getting the sway bar links in. I wanted to get everything ready for road trip on Thursday and the driving around that's going to be done. So yeah, here, let me, everything out of the way? Yeah, everything should be fine.
Easy.
Can you feel that? That is just, as you get older, you got to have that stuff. I'm telling you. cold the accumulator is. Let's see. Yay! Clifford's still rocking its original AC, but that is just so nice. Do have a problem with the defrost door. I don't know if I mentioned it. Defrost door. The actuator's fine. It's the door itself, and I guess it's a common problem. Heat will get to the rubber bushings that they ride on, and that the door bar rotates through, and when the heat gets too hot it deforms them, and then it causes all kinds of issues. And it's a big job. It's steering column out, all kinds of stuff, because that the air box where the actuator is pretty easy to see. Here, we'll just grab the Olight Warrior Mini. Oh, and I got new floor mats. These are Lyle, L-Y-L, Lloyd or Lyle. Anyway, they're really nice. I really like them. And they even come with hooks that you screw into your existing carpet, and it keeps those mats in place. They cover everything. I can't get WeatherTechs for this anymore, or any of those other form fitting, because they just don't have them anymore. So, but anyway, let's look right up here. All right, right there is your actuator, and that actuator pulls double duty. It moves both the dash vents as well as the defrost vent, and it is 2 arms. Now you can see the wires. I don't think you can see the arms. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see the arms or not, but up deep there is the defrost, and then this lower one is for the dash vents. And the AC was blowing cold, but it was blowing cold half through. Whoops. Hey, pay attention. It was blowing. You guys are just looking all over everywhere, aren't you? It was blowing half out of the vents and half out of the defrost, with the setting all the way over on just the dash vents. Rick told me exactly what to do, and he explained to me what usually happens, and that's probably what has happened. And he said if you don't feel like tearing your dash out, you can just disconnect that one actuator arm and let it just, it'll move and it won't impede anything. It'll allow all the other vents to work, and then when I need defrost, I can just reach up under there real quick and flip open the defrost. And it's not that difficult to get. Just reach your hand up under and just turn it. So, but there we go. We're just getting it ready. That's going to end it because I'm hungry. So this is your friendly neighborhood Zippo. I'm so glad you guys decided to hang out with me out here in the shop and get a little bit of wrenching done on Ruby. Ruby's AC cost me $0, because this zero turn out here that I did the battery and the battery tester video on, the last video, that is his, and that is for their shop. So I'm going to repair that for him for free, putting a new engine in. I already mentioned that. and then the pressure washer we're going to look through as well. So usually they'll break loose. You separate the two, the pressure washer pump and the motor, and then the motor will be just fine. And you have to coax the pump just a little bit with a little bit of really thin whey oil, or a little bit of half mix of 50-50 transmission fluid and 50% mineral spirits. But I got a mess to clean up, and I'm gonna go in and get a bite to eat. Hope everyone's doing just awesome, and I promise you guys, I will see you when I see you. We're still not done with Broadway motors on this. I've got the oil pan. As soon as I get the miles on it, it's going up there for its oil change, or oil pan change. So hopefully that'll cure the leaks that we currently have. We'll see you then. Later. I'm out.